This video will show you how I found Leonard Southworth in various federal and state censuses. In this video, I'm just going to show you how to use some of the censuses from 1850 and up. And I have Leonard Southworth that I am researching. It's kind of a new family that I've been looking at. And on Family Search, it does give you some information here. So here's 1860. Let's just look at what we do have first. We have an 1865 census. And we'll view what's there. We have Leonard, Jane, and Harriet, and then his father, Constant, is 73. So that's what we do have right now. Let's go back here to details. Let's do this 1860. Okay, in 1860 he's in Cortland, and it appears that that's where he lives most of his life. He died there. And then we have his wife Jane. We just pull this up here. 1822, this is 1816, 1817, that's close. Okay, Jane. So we're going to add this information and attach it. And then we have children. So let's open that. We have Harriet. So there we go. We have Harriet, 1845. Okay, we're doing good. We've got one more. We'll get rid of this. And it says view all 7. We just did one, but let's go to this view here. Okay, here we have an 1855. That is a New York State Census. And it looks like we have another child, Mary and Harriet. We have Jane and Leonard. Okay, so let's click on this one. And we have the residence is 1855. Again, it's in Cortland, New York. And we have Jane, 1822. That matches. And Harriet matches. Let's do the comparison there and add the location and attach. Now we have Mary A. Southworth. She's a year older than Harriet. It does not give the birthplace, but they did live in New York, so I am going to put in here New York. And we can find the standardized there. Okay, and then that's all done, so we can get rid of that. So now we've attached this one, the 1855. Here's an 1875 one, so let's look at this one. Leonard, and it's in Cortland, 1817, 1816. Okay. And we have Jane, that matches. Attach that. And Hattie, 1868, a daughter. I'm not going to add her right now. I'm not quite sure. Now we have Mary Baker. I have a feeling Hattie is the daughter of Newell Baker and Mary Baker. And Mary Baker is probably this daughter here. Let's move this up here. And I'm going to attach that because it says son-in-law here, so that means that's their daughter. So now we need to fix some things here. Let's change, see this blue bar right here? We want the Mary to be right here, so we're going to change and click on Mary, and now she is going to be right down here, and puts her parents up here above. And we now have a spouse for her, so we can put this here, just drag that up there, and we're going to add him in. And this does not tell us where he was born. we'll go ahead and add what we have. And now we can drag Hattie up here. 1868. And I believe they're in Cortland. Here it is. So the family has not moved, so on this one I'm going to actually put in Homer, Cortland, New York, and here it is down here. So we've got to standardize and create that person. Hattie is a nickname, but that's the name we have. Okay, so we got a little bit more, a few more people in there from this. And we have 1870. Let's review this one. Okay, we have Leonard. Attach that. Jane, they're both still alive. Okay. And J.L. Southworth, 1791. That's probably Leonard's mother. Oh no, father. So let's open this up. Let's see. Oh, Constant, 1791. That is probably his father. It's a male. Let's drag it up here. It's the same year. Actually, what we can do is look at the image. Okay. Day labor. Male, 79. Well, we don't know, so maybe we better not attach that one. But here's that Betsy A. That's farm labor, William, Ellis William, and we don't know who this is here. They didn't have a daughter Betsy earlier. They have a different last name, farm labor, so we're not quite sure on that one. So let's just leave that. Now that we've looked at this, we can get rid of this right here, and it puts us back here. We're just going to leave it that way. We're not going to attach this. I think Constance actually had a brother named Jesse, and maybe that's an uncle that's living with them. So let's get out of here. I'm going to refresh this, see what we have. I'm going to come back to these later on, since we're trying to just do the censuses right now. So I want to go back to Leonard right here. And let's go here and look. We now have 1855, 1860, 1865, 1870, and 1875. We're doing pretty good, but we should have 1850. And he's not there. So let's go back here. And this is what I usually do. Well, first of all, let's look at his father. Let's look at his father's sources. And there's 1850 for his father. And his father was in Homer, Cortland. And we see that Leonard is not there. He has a brother, Newton. But Leonard is not listed. So let's go back to the Constant, and let's go back to Leonard. We see that he was born 1816, and we see that his children were both born before 1850, so he should be in that 1850 census. Sometimes people didn't get in the census, but what I often do, well, let's try one thing here. Let's see if we can find him. I'm gonna do a wild card here. I'll just leave it at that, and then I'm going to get rid of all of these and do residence. And I'm going to say Cortland, New York, 1850 to 1850. Let's see. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. we have a Leonard Southworth. And there is Jane and Mary and Harriet and Newman. So, and it's not attached to anybody. So we can click here. Let's review this one. So using those wild cards really does help sometimes. And sometimes you have to do it a few different ways. Sometimes you have to take the first name out and just do the last name. Sometimes just the first name. Okay, this is matching up. Attach that. Let's open the children. Okay, so I have Mary and Harriet. Now look at this. We have a Newman and a Newton, born the same year. So that is his brother. In 1850, it doesn't give you relationship. We can attach that. Okay, so that helped us find the 1850 by using that wild card. Now one more thing that I want to show you. So now we have, let's redo this. We now have, died in 1895. Sources, let's see. So we have 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, and 1875. So we don't have 1880. Now I want to try one other thing. I go to Ancestry sometimes because it seems to work a little bit better on finding things. So we can click on any of these. I know this was him right here, 1870. And it will give us ones. And now here we have Leonard Southworth. Let's see where he's at in 1880. And he is there in Cortland. So I want to show you, now this says Amy L., his wife, who's 30. So it appears that his wife, Jane, has passed away and he is remarried. Because 63, 1817, that is definitely him. So it came out Leonard Southworth on this one. So let's go back and let's try this again. Family search. Let's get rid of everything here again. And residence, we're going to do Cortland, New York, from 1880 to 1880. And I'm going to get rid of that. And let's just see if by some chance it comes up. There it is. It did come up. Why it didn't come up earlier, maybe I just didn't see it. So we can go ahead and attach this. And that is definitely not her. So if what we do is we're going to say all spouses, none of the above. And we're going to say Amy. And we know her last name is not Southworth. Well, we don't know that for sure, but probably not. So I take that off. Create her. Attach that. Now let's look at this image here. See if we can find them. There they are, right there. Okay, in 1880, I think it's 1880. Okay, widowed, married during the census year. That's what I was looking at. So they do not have a mark there. So we know that they married between 1875 and 1879 is when their marriage should be. That gives you an idea. And so those are little things you want to look at in these censuses. They also, if there was a birth in that year in 1870 and 1880, I hope I've got those years right. I think I do. They will tell you the month that the child was born, and I showed that in the previous video. Well, I hope that gives you a little idea of how to search in using these older censuses. I didn't get into the 1940s, but it's very similar. So I hope you understand a little bit better, and using those hints on Family Search. I still have these. I will do those later. Anyways, I wish you luck in your research. Thanks for watching. Happy hunting!